Hi, I am Dr. J.N. Ramteke. Welcome you to this YouTube channel, Physics for UG and PG. In this channel, we have to discuss some important topics in the subject of physics. All these topics are included in the syllabus of various universities at undergraduate level and also at postgraduate level. This is a video for part 2 of the series of gravitation. You should go through the part 1 of this series of gravitation to understand the various topic of this video. If you like this video, then press the subscribe button for receiving the next video of this series. I am Dr. Jitendra Ramteke, working as a professor in the subject of physics and having the teaching experience of near about 30 years at undergraduate level as well as at postgraduate level. In this video, we have to discuss all the details of Newton's law of gravitation. This law was discovered by the Newton when he was observing of an apple falling from the tree. He was observed that the apple was moving only in a downward direction, that is toward the surface of the earth. It cannot move in a right hand side direction or it cannot move to the left hand side direction. It means the apple, when falling from the tree, it cannot move horizontally, even though it cannot move in the upward direction. This observation leads to establish the most important law in the subject of physics, which we called it as Newton's law of gravitation. This law was established in the year of 1665 by Newton, and the new force was discovered by the Newton called as gravitational force. This Newton's law of gravitation gives the detailed information about the motion of the planet around the sun in our solar system. This law also gives the explanation about the system, about the motion of planets in the solar system. The Newton's law of gravitation deals with the force of attraction exists between the various material bodies. Consider the two material bodies A and B having the masses m1 and m2. These bodies are separated by the distance r from their centers. Then, according to Newton, these bodies will attract each other by some force. It means that the body A will attract the body B by some force. Similarly, at the same time, that is simultaneously, the body B will also attract the body A by some force F2. Then the Newton established the relation between these physical quantities, force of attraction between these bodies, their masses, and the distance of separation between them, and this relation, this dependence of these physical quantities on each other, we called it as the Newton's law of gravitation. Now we consider the statement for the Newton's law of gravitation. This Newton's law of gravitation states that every particle of the matter attract every other particle of the matter with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. This is the most important topic related to this video, that is called as the Newton's law of gravitation. So I repeat the statement that The Newton's law of gravitation states that every particle of the matter attract every other particle of the matter with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. To understand the Newton's law of gravitation, we consider the two particles of the matter, that is M1 situated at a point A. Similarly, now we consider other particle of the matter B having the mass M2. These two particles are separated by the distance r from their centers. Then, according to the Newton's law of gravitation, the particle A will attract the particle B by the force F1. Similarly, or what we said, the simultaneously, the body B also attract the body A by the force which we called it as the gravitational force denoted by F2. Similarly, if we consider the three particles A, B and C of the masses M1, M2, M3 as shown in the diagram, then the force of attraction F1 exists between the body A and B. Similarly, the F4 is the force of attraction exists between the body B and C, and the F3 is the force of attraction exists between the body A and C. From this discussion, we conclude that every particle of the matter will attract the every other particle of the matter. Then let us be considered the Newton's law of gravitation, which states that the every particle of the matter will attract every other particle of the matter with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Now we try to establish the mathematical equation for the Newton's law of gravitation. According to the Newton's law of gravitation, we have to consider two important conclusions. That is, the first is the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of their masses. It means the gravitational force of attraction is proportional to M1 into M2. Then we are having the second conclusion from the Newton's law of gravitation, which states that the force of attraction between the two material body is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Mathematically, it can also express as F is proportional to 1 by r square. When these two forces or these two equations are combined together, then we say that the force of attraction between the two material bodies are directly proportional to the product M1 into M2 and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, which is shown in this particular equation. Now we convert the sign of proportionality into the sign of equality. But in this conversion, the sign of proportionality can be converted into the sign of equality, but by using some constant which we called it as constant of proportionality. So our equation is converted into the sign of equality by using some constant which we denoted by the G. This G is called as the gravitational constant, or it is called as a universal gravitation constant. Thus, we obtained the new constant by using the Newton's law of gravitation, called as gravitation constant or universal gravitation constant, denoted by G. And whatever the equation that we obtained here, that is F is equal to G m1 into m2 divided by r square, this equation is a mathematical expression for the Newton's law of gravitation. Thus, by using the Newton's law of gravitation, we obtained the new constant called as gravitational constant G. Now, we consider the gravitational constant G, its definition, units and dimensions. According to the Newton's law of gravitation, the two material bodies of masses m1 and m2, which are separated by the distance r from their centers, then they can be, the gravitational force can be expressed as F is equal to G m1 into m2 divided by r square. Now we consider the situation in which these two bodies, that is the body A and body B, are of unit masses. In the diagram, the body A and body B both are having the same size. It means the mass of the body A m1 is equal to 1 kg. The mass of the body B, that is the m2, is also exactly equal to 1 kg. Means these two bodies are of unit masses. Similarly, the distance of separation between these two material bodies is exactly 1 meter. It means the distance of separation between these two material bodies is also the unit distance. When these values are substituted into the Newton's law of gravitation, that is the equation of Newton's law of gravitation, then we observe that the F becomes exactly equal to G. It means that this equation F is equal to G shows that the gravitational constant, the universal gravitational constant, is equal to the gravitational force exists between the two material bodies having unit masses and separated by unit distance. And this equation gives the definition of gravitational constant, that is the universal gravitation constant G. The gravitational constant G can be defined as, the gravitational constant G is defined as the gravitational force of attraction exists between the material bodies having the unit masses and they are separated by the unit distance. Now we consider the unit and the dimensions of gravitational constant. If we are having the units of gravitational constant, then we must express in the two unit system. One is the SI unit system and another one is the CGS unit system. In SI unit system, the units of gravitational constant G is Newton meter square per kilogram square. And now we express the units of gravitation constant G in a smaller unit system, that is a CGS unit system. Then the CGS unit of a gravitational constant G are times centimeter square per gram square. Now we consider the dimensions of gravitational constant g. Basically, the dimensions are the powers raised to the units of fundamental physical quantities like mass, length and time. Then the dimensions of gravitational constant g are given as -1 in mass, 3 in length and -2 in time. I repeat the dimensions of the gravitational constant g: -1 in mass, 3 in length and -2 in time. This video is a part 2 of one of the important topic in the subject of physics that we called it as gravitation. If you like this video, then subscribe our this channel Physics for UG and PG. Now we try to find out the relationship between the two important physical quantities. One is gravitational constant g and other is acceleration due to gravity denoted by the small g. Now consider the material body of mass m. Similarly, another body which we called it as the earth, and that earth is having the mass m and the radius r. Now we consider the situation in which the small body of the mass m is situated on the surface of the earth having a very large mass denoted by the capital M. Hence the body of the mass small m experience some gravitational force which is acting in a downward direction shown in this diagram. In this diagram, we observe that the body is present at the surface of the earth and it experiences the gravitational force in a downward direction. It experiences the gravitational force towards the center of the earth. If g be the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth and m be the mass of the body situated on the surface of the earth, then the weight of the body on the surface of the earth is obtained by the relation weight is equal to mass of the body multiplied by acceleration due to gravity. Means W, that is the weight of the body on the surface of the earth, is given as W is equal to m into g. And this weight W is acting in a downward direction and it is shown in the adjacent diagram. In the diagram, we observe that these two bodies of the mass m and the earth, they are separated by the distance r, that is the distance exactly equal to the radius of the earth. Therefore, we must able to apply the Newton's law of gravitation. According to the Newton's law of gravitation, the force of attraction between these two bodies are given as F is equal to gmm divided by r square. And again we observe that this gravitational force is also acting in a downward direction. These are two forces which we obtained in previous slides, that is the force F and the weight of the body, they are acted in the same direction and their magnitudes are also same. Therefore, this can be expressed as weight of the body W is exactly equal to the gravitational force. But we just find out the relation for the W and F, which are given as the weight of the body W is equal to m into g. The gravitational force must be given as Gmm divided by r square, where G is the gravitational constant, capital M be the mass of the earth, and small m is the mass of the body which is present, which is situated on the surface of the earth, and these two bodies are separated by the distance r. Now we substitute the value of W as well as the force. Then the W can be written as m into g. The value of F can be substituted as Gmm divided by r square. In this equation, we observe that small m is present on the left hand side as well as it is present on the right hand side. Therefore, the small m is cancelled into this equation, and equation can be written as G is equal to capital Gm divided by r square. And whatever the equation that we obtained here, this is the equation for, this is the relation between gravitational constant G and acceleration due to gravity, which is represented by the small g. This video is a part 2 of one of the important topic in the subject of physics, that we called it as gravitation. If you like this video, then subscribe our this channel Physics for UG and PG.